this game called ShellShock. I'm sorry that we took a long period of time. We had a long amount of months that we were supposed to be streaming, but we didn't do that because we were busy with life stuff. Just a reminder, you all, like legit, we all have we have like lives too. We're doing our best. If we
And
could stream every day, we would, but like legit, things come out of nowhere, and we gotta take care of that type of thing.
yeah, no, I had a whole life change. My life is completely different from when we were streaming on the regular.
Yeah, like legit, Zeus is like legit had a lot of things happen to him, like legit for the last couple of months. Heck, I couldn't even hang
Well,
out with him for that
here,
long period of time.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here now, out of my laptop, because the desktop, rest in peace desktop, it is currently dead. And to revive it, I have no idea. It could be the motherboard or it could be the RAM. If it's the RAM, I'm screwed because a normal 16 gigabyte kit of RAM is like $500 right now. So, I'm not doing that.
Okay, well, it's fine. We'll take care of it some other time.
Yeah, but for now, we're going to play tanks.
All
And I
right.
don't know that much how this works, but I'm assuming we have
Okay, yeah, I
Ty
think I've
as
seen
player
this game
one.
before. Huh?
Yes, this is actually a very popular game. So,
Mm-hmm.
Ty's player two, and then I'm me, and we're going to fire
For the
at the
record,
enemy.
I can't move. What am I supposed to do? Like I
You're not
can't
supposed to
like.
move. It's my turn.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So I need to light up my shot, and then when I light up my shot, I hit fire, and I fire a bullet at you. I almost got you. Now it's your turn. So what you can do is you can move, you can aim, you can also increase and decrease your power. You have different items at your disposal. You have different weapons at your disposal. And your health and armor are down here on the bottom.
Okay. All right. One thing though, I'm not moving the cursor.
Right, I'm playing for you.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to move
Um.
forward, back? You only have 3 seconds, Ty.
Go
One
forward,
second.
forward, forward, forward.
Alright, my turn.
What the heck? That is amazing.
Don't worry, it's just a practice round. Just a practice round. I'm gonna shoot a Glock into the sky.
Where
Alright,
did that
your
even
turn.
fire? All
It
right,
just
go
shot into the
forward a
sky.
bit.
Okay?
All right. Go up a little.
Like aim
Go up
up?
a little. Yeah, aim up a little. All
Okay.
right, now press. No, no. Okay,
What angle
go
do you
to
want?
the. Go with. Okay, about 70, 77.
Okay. What
Okay.
power do you want?
Okay. Good. Okay. Like 80. 80. It says 80.
Okay. 80? What weapon do you want?
Okay. Fire! Fire! Fire!
Okay, fire.
What the heck? This is a horrible thing.
Yeah,
Why
no,
would you do
I don't think that 40 seconds is enough time. It's fine though. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go with flame. I think I might be able to hit you. Hold on. If I just let's get that way too far. Okay. Haven't hit
Okay.
you. Also, let
Go.
us know, people in chat, if you can hear the game and if everything's working. This is a completely new setup, and I had to do it in 5 minutes.
Go left.
So,
You gotta go left. I know that you want to do commentary that like legit. You didn't tell me that I had to talk too. Like legit like this. Okay. Go to the right. No, aim right.
what
More.
angle?
More. Okay.
What angle?
Fire!
Power. Fire.
Fire!
Okay.
No, fire! Fire!
So that is a grenade. It's gonna bounce. Oh! Oh! Okay, just missed me. Oh, what
Are
is
you?
this? Okay, so these are portals. You know the game Portal? It works just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what is Creek? Okay, I need to lower down my power level, obviously. Is there any throwaway weapons I can do actually? No, right when I'm here. Builder. Yes. There we go. Oh, that's actually strong. Never mind.
Okay.
I just wasted a good bullet. What's up?
All right. Okay. Move to the right,
How
forward.
many units? You
Okay.
have 59 units left.
Okay. How about like legit? Okay. There. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Aim up just a tiny bit. Okay. More. Stop. Okay. Fire.
Okay. Firing grenade. Uh. Oh yeah, that circle is a barrier. By the way, I don't think there was an easy way to get me. Let me see. I'll go with roller and fire. Oh, why that way? Ah.
Okay. Go to the left.
How much?
Okay. Okay. Stop. Okay. No. Go right. More. More. Okay. Aim up 2 degrees.
Okay,
More. More. Aim up more.
there you go.
Okay. Fire.
All right. Firing
Okay.
a screen. I think you're really gonna lower your power, man. Okay. Let me see. What do I want to use anything? Let's go with a 5 ball. Uh, I'm aiming too far, right? So let me just lower down my power and. Oh, too low. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so that helicopter, with the little plus sign, that is health. You haven't
Okay.
lost
Go
any, so I
down
don't know how
two
much it
paces.
helps you. Okay, down two
Go down.
spaces.
Aim down 2 paces. Okay. Decrease power just a tiny bit.
To what level? You're at 73
Um.
right now.
Keep going down.
Okay.
Keep going down. Stop. And fire.
All right. Back.
I
Oh, I
missed.
get it. Oh, you have a barrier in front of you. That's okay. If I'm gonna use the hover ball. Okay.
Okay. Forward to the right. Forward. Forward. Move. Go. Keep moving.
You're out of
Okay.
fuel.
I'm out of fuel. All right. I guess don't do anything this match. I guess I won't do anything this match.
All
The
right.
timer ran out.
So you surrender your turn? How do you do that?
I don't know. How to do that. Really?
Okay. Um, these orbs being in these places is just really annoying.
Okay. Move back a few paces, like 3. More. More. Okay, good enough. Full power up. Okay. And yeah, right. Decrease just a tiny bit. And move to the left more. Fire.
All right. I think that was shot into outer space.
Dang it! I can't communicate my directions real. Legit, you don't know what I'm gonna
No, no.
say because there's a delay.
What are you talking about? I'm doing everything you asked me to do.
I know, but like legit, it's not as
Ah! I got 2 hits in. Take that
okay.
time.
All right, show me my weapons.
Yeah, all right. You have these weapons.
I'll have the splitter.
All right, splitter.
All right, decrease power.
Decrease to how much?
Halfway. Aim
That'd be
to the
50.
right.
To the right.
Yes. Fire.
What angle?
Right
Fire?
there. Yeah, fire.
Okay, too little power. Yeah, I'll just go for it.
Wow, this is the most unfair match of tanks I've ever slayed.
So there's a bit of
Why did I,
math
why would I
involved with it.
legit like have my opponent as my legit guiding force for firing?
No, no, no. Okay,
Okay.
hold on. So you want to multiply your angle times your range and then divide it by distance?
Does it look like that I'm a love in math, my
Or
friend?
that equals distance. You gotta think of something.
Just press fire.
Okay. You took your damage on yourself. Hey, we got health though.
I'm still
Oh.
I'm still losing. But all right,
I mean,
fine.
yes. There we go. I think almost all of those hit you. You have 4
Increase
health.
aim up to the left.
To what angle?
I'll tell you when to stop. Left. Keep going. More. Stop. Stop.
Do you want to go 90?
Fire. Fire. Now.
I will say though, you were at a huge disadvantage there. Like, huge disadvantage. I think 100% that we need to give you more time. Because there is no way. Turn time. How 60 is the maximum? Alright.
What is this game? Why am I having the worst experience of this game right now?
Let's see here. HP. Let's go ahead and let's raise our HP to 600. Deathmatch team battle. Do you want to? You know what? Do you want to add AI and then you and I team up against the AI?
How would I team up against the AI with you if I can't even move my own tank?
Okay, fine. We'll do another practice round. Another practice round. Okay, another practice round. It is my turn.
All right. The last practice round, though. Other than that, you take on the army of AI with your gun.
All right, very close, very close.
Okay, back me up to the left.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
Okay, more.
You can't. It's too steep.
Okay, move to the right on the aiming.
On the aiming. To
Yes.
what angle?
To 50 degrees.
Okay.
Fire.
All right.
Oh, wonderful.
I think that I don't want to waste this. What I'm gonna do is add a earthquake. Why not?
Okay.
All right. What do you got, Ty?
I can't mess this up. Aim at the blue portal. Switch the weapon up to the splitter.
See, here it is.
Okay? Fire.
Ooh, you're actually close.
Oh my god. For real?
Oh! I missed. Okay.
Okay. Alright then. Fine with this again. Um let move aim to the right.
Okay. About what angle do you
Okay.
think?
There.
Okay.
Okay. Fire.
You got the health. No, you didn't.
I think you're having too much fun with this.
I'm gonna go with Digger.
Okay, is
Whew.
there any way you want to dive in the like grave even further? Do I need to give you a shovel so you can beat me to death?
Ty, you're only at 5. You're still at 500 health. You still have a
I'm
lot of
stuck in
health
a
to go.
ditch. What am I gonna do in
Okay,
a ditch?
you can do Earthquake if you want to, and then the ditch will go away.
Okay, fine. Earthquake then.
There we go. Now you're no longer in a ditch.
Okay, fine. I guess that's how it works.
I'm gonna go with Builder.
So you already know what I'm gonna say.
You're still at 446 health. You're still alright.
Yes, it's the guy who's blasting me into a early grave. And is guiding my actions, which I think he's doing on purpose to tell that he's cheating.
No,
All
I'm
right.
not cheating. What do you
All right,
mean?
sure. Okay, move to aim to the left, about a few inches. Now move the tank forward to the right.
That's all you can go?
Further. Oh my gosh. Fine, fire. At least it'll hit the portal thing. Hopefully that
It's a
does something
black
good.
hole. It's a black
Give him
hole
the
time.
turn.
Okay. You're actually really close. Oh my gosh. Whoa! Okay. That's kind of sick. Oh.
Oh my god. Oh come on.
Oh.
I am done. What the heck is this? I can't guide my actions, and I can't even shoot. This is really Pokemon inventory all over again. And I just got that game. Like, how do you get like legit a 2 pair and then suddenly the AI has like a full house?
That's a great question.
And like legit, that like I was just patiently waiting. I couldn't like legit do anything. Because like legit, you can't like win at poker because it's like a chance game. And like legit, like you gotta wait till you have a good chance.
You have
And you
14
gotta chance
seconds,
it.
Ty. You have 12
There's literally
seconds.
nothing I can do.
You have 10 seconds. Okay. So I guess you skip your turn?
Yes, I skipped my turn. What do you think I'm gonna
Okay.
blast the thing and just blast myself again?
You know what? Fair point. Fair point. Ah! Okay, well, I will not go down without a fight. Is what I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
of course you get one with the health that's right above you that you can aim at anytime.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't. For the record, chat, I would just like you to know he recommended this game.
Yeah. Well, it's because I thought we would have a happy fun time with this.
Oh, we're definitely having fun, happy fun time. Is that you're the other one who's having the fun? Okay, fine. All right. Aim to the left for a
Okay.
few centimeters. Okay, stop. Okay, fire.
All right. You might actually. Oh, no shot. Tie.
Oh my gosh. The odds in that was happening was just like phenomenal. I literally shot my own self in the foot.
With the grenade.
Is this game
How?
just Kate Red or something?
How is that possible?
Oh my gosh.
How even do you accomplish such an amazing task? Ah, you got protected.
Finally! I didn't get screwed over. Okay. Alright. Aim at the orange portal.
Aim at the orange portal. I think right
Alright.
there should make it.
Okay. Go to weapons.
Weapons.
Go with the alright. Oh, I know, the breaker.
The breaker. That's red. No.
Over there.
There it is.
Alright. Aim in and fire.
Nice.
Yeah, I should have decreased the power there.
I missed. Okay.
Okay. Go to grenade.
Okay, grenade.
Alright. Decrease power for a few centimeters. Move to the right on the aiming. On the aiming. Okay, fire.
Oh!
Did I get you?
Ah! Oh,
Finally!
no. Oh, you got one in there. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, I missed. Oh!
What? Are you kidding me?
I think
Okay,
it stays there for my turn too, so you're also safe at the same time.
Alright, okay. I'll just wait it out.
There you go.
It wasn't bad. And if I waited out.
That is true. That is true. No, there's a 3 times damage boost right next to you, though.
Okay. That's true. Alright, just hit it with the small blast, I guess. I'll just
Ty, that's behind you. I just want you to realize that.
I meant the health, but okay, fine.
Oh, the health. I don't think...
Wait, I can still get the health. Fire.
There you go.
Oh, well, that works. At least it didn't get hurt this time.
Okay.
If you somehow manage to make this shot, I'm gonna be so mad.
I will try. Alright,
Oh,
let's
I
try
know
this.
you will. What the?
Damn.
Okay. Aim up. More. Okay. Okay. Full power. And turn to grenade.
Alright, over to grenade. I think you're out of grenades.
Okay, airstrike.
Airstrike.
Fire.
No shot. Okay, you almost got me. Woo!
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least you can't hit me.
Damn, he's right. Let me see.
Okay. What the heck is that?
It's the zipper.
Okay. Move tank aim down 2 points to the right. Move to weapons.
Okay.
Insert twinkler. And fire.
I think you wanted to lower your power. Oh!
Did it even
Never
do
mind.
anything? I don't
You're
think it.
dead on. You're dead on. Okay, I'll never doubt you again. I don't know, it's too weak, right? Okay, let's try this. Okay, that didn't work.
Wow. Okay. Move 5 centimeters down to the right and aiming. More. 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 Stop. Okay. Decrease power by 2 points.
By 2
Go
points, okay.
to okay. Go to items, weapons.
Yeah.
Insert airstrike.
Oh, it's area strike. Hold
Uh,
on. Do you want airstrike or area strike?
airstrike. Area strike.
Okay.
Fire.
Whoa. A bounty? The quicker picker upper? Let me see. Oh, I got one hit on you.
Okay. Move to health.
Let's see if we can. Yeah, you got it.
All right. Aim to the sky.
Reach for the sky.
Further. Up more. Okay. Stop. Oh wait, down a couple meters. Okay. Go to weapons.
All right.
Going with snake.
There it is. Oop, that's not right. Snake.
All right. Fire.
I think. What do I want to do? Yeah, sure. I'll go with guppies. Take my guppies. I got you for 1 damage.
Okay.
It did 1 damage to you. Okay, weapons.
Go to banana.
Banana.
Alright. Move tanks aim down 2 centimeters to the right. Fire.
Ah! I got 15 damage. Okay, lock shot roller. Let's see. Damn.
Okay. Move tank back to the left. Stop. Okay. Decrease power. I will learn you when to stop. Stop. All right. Aim down to the right.
I will let you know there is a barrier.
All right, and this shouldn't be too bad. Fire.
What? You played a pro level move right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think I finally gained the hang of this. Hopefully.
Hmm. Hmm. Uh,
Oh wow. Kidding. Okay. Aim to the left. Some more. Fire.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for it again.
Hmm. Okay. Weapons.
All right, weapons.
Weapon. Okay. Sorry. Um. Dead weight. Okay. Um. Lower to right. 2 centimeters. Okay. Fire.
That was the right weapon, not the right utilization. I guess if you have questions about what each weapon does, I can tell you.
Yeah. I don't know. Pretty.
What? I hit that med pack. Why didn't it work? Alright.
You know
Oh,
what?
there's a black hole there.
Go to scatter.
Scatter.
Go to twinkler.
Okay.
Aim up.
Aiming up.
More. Okay. Fire.
Die. What do you mean? Why are you letting me win? You should be angry and trying to kill me.
I'm sorry that this is just like when you can't really play it. Into. I was screwed from the get go.
Ah, the gecko?
Okay. Weapon.
Okay.
Go to mini. Go to guppies.
The
Wait, no. Go to
guppies.
flower. Flower.
Flower. Where's flower? There it is.
Alright. Good. Now fire.
Oh my gosh, die! Wait! Okay. See, now it's favoring you. Now you're being favored.
How the heck am I even gonna get him through this?
I think that you need to be
Finally. Alright. Okay. Move to the left. Okay. Right there. Alright. To aiming into the right. Okay, sorry, I dozed off for a second. Go. Okay, all right. No, too much.
Okay, what angle? What angle?
Okay, fine. 40-degree angle. No, 35.
Okay.
Okay, go to guppies.
All right, the gups.
Mm-hmm.
See
No, wait,
here.
cactus.
Oh, cactus.
Fire, fire, fire. Oh, of course it goes off right before it hits you.
It is supposed to detonate at a certain distance. Although I will show you what what the cactus does.
Okay, weapons.
You have a ton.
Guppies.
All right. I think we're sure this
Fire.
time. Oh, you got me. Hey, okay. Um. All right. That's
All right.
so
Let's see,
stupid.
weapons.
Yeah.
Go with shotgun.
Where's that at? Oh, there it is. All right.
All right, fire.
That made for a cool sound effect. I will say that. I'll go with this.
Weapons.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Go with flower. 90-degree aiming angle.
Tie. Tie.
Full power.
Tie.
Take the shot.
Why?
Well, that was an experience.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
You're doing the
All right.
next round by yourself.
What do you mean?
Dude, what am I gonna do? I can't do anything.
Look, we'll do plateau. It'll be
No,
a
you're not
flat
doing
land.
it.
How about we add some AI, huh?
Why don't you just go up against the AI while I provide the commentary?
Is that okay? Fine. We'll do campaign mode. Is that better? Single
Okay, so as
player
long as you don't
campaign.
ask me to pilot anything, I guess we're fine.
Uh, let's go with the sitting duck. All right, provide the commentary.
Alright, so recently I went to, recently, it didn't really go that well. Things happened. These are things that happened, right, Zeus?
What do you mean?
Okay, so what happened was that we went to go to the store. Before then, we went to get some food first because, you don't want to go shopping on an empty stomach. Then you'll start buying stuff outside. So we decided to do that, and go to Bojangles. So it was fulfilling. It still managed to be filling enough so that we wouldn't be hungry during the afternoon. So my father had a genius idea to legit after we got turned away from going to the store because the low bills with a lot of people in there. we decided like he wanted to go to Chacho's, and I had a terrible experience there. Like
What's
you already said
chachos?
it was gonna be off because like the whole place looked decrepit as like legit heck.
Okay.
Let's start with the fact that the whole place smelled like a parking garage.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really dank. The seating was all made out of wood, which normally isn't that bad, but there was zero cushion on those windows. Then a weird booth. And I think the part of going to the restroom despite the fact that I had to use the restroom because legit I did not want to see the horrors that I would find in there. So you already tell that I was not trying to take any risks. After
Right.
that, legit, me and him, like, legit, I was looking forward to a small order of legit, nachos. The waitress was sticking to his, like, legit, request medium nachos. So he was infuriated and surprised when, like, legit, he got the order. Which, if you saw the order. The nachos weren't even that good. And, like, it looked like dog food.
Oh my.
Even at the really did, like, like, yeah, after that, by ordering the burrito and getting full of little free chip. I didn't order anything besides that because I wasn't that hungry. And even then, I only ate like legit a skimmish of the nachos because it didn't look that up. After doing so, after doing so, he legit got this lemon lime drink, and the time which wasn't good to me. You know, how worse the version of Sprite. After doing so, I just had to get the nachos to say, "Oh, can we get to go, please?" And she's like, "Yes." And then my father had to like go to say, Why did you not eat any of those nachos?" Because I told him because I wasn't that hungry. He's just like, "Then why did you have me order the nachos?" And I responded with the justification of like, "You wanted me to eat something here. I didn't want to eat anything because I already ate." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'm just like, what was the point of coming here? I told and like, because this is how it happened, because you got the chachos craving. And you know that
What in the world? Ty. Ty. There we go. Is this working now? Oh boy. What happened? Alright, well, I guess it's just me until Discord decides to start working again. Um, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to attempt to restart Discord by first hard closing it and then trying to reopen it back up again. So that should get rid of that glitch. Hopefully. Because it is glitched out right now. It's just that it doesn't want to do anything with stuff and things. How about now? There we go.
again.
Now
What
Discord is
happened?
not. Discord broke. Don't know why. It just did.
Might be because of the lightning. It is raining today.
No, because that would mean that a lot of other stuff would be broken on my computer, and it's not.
I see.
We are gonna go with something different because this is because tanks also didn't want to work.
Wow. Why am I not
Yeah.
surprised?
Listen.
You didn't
Okay,
get the
well,
fact
if
that I legit committed kamikaze on the set?
I don't know, man. I will say though, if we are gonna continue this whole streaming thing, I guess we move on to Danganronpa 2
Oh, okay. You want to do
for the
that?
next
All
time.
right.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
We'll finally move on, and I'll be able to voice my boy Monokuma. Wait,
Ready
aren't
the
they
inventory?
dead?
Huh?
He is dead. So then, what's the second one about? I guess no spoilers. No spoilers time.
Well, anyways, I was just gonna ask you, did you want to try legit poking at the inventory with me?
Who?
Yeah. You want to watch me play?
Would I be able to? I don't know if that'd be
Yeah.
a good experience for the people watching at home, though.
Oh, we're still on? I
Yeah, we're
thought
still
we are just.
live.
I thought we should. I thought we were gonna just end the stream then, or something like that.
No, 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 no. I have something else planned for this stream, and it'll be fun. It'll be fine.
But like legit, like poking at the inventory. That is gonna be a thing I'm doing on my own. But I still wanted to do guacamole with you. You know that game.
I don't know that game.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, the
A
lag.
cry of fear. Okay, so I updated our stream. Actually, we're not going to be playing ShellShock anymore. We're going to be moving on to a different game, one that we are very familiar with, Ty.
All right, what are we playing?
Cry of Fear.
Huh? Oh,
Cry
Cry
of
of
Fear.
Fear. Okay. This is the game I wanted to play with you. It's called like guacamole.
I'm just making sure that yeah, I'm just downloading the game right now. It's almost done.
Okay, okay. But yeah, there's a horrible Chachos experience.
It sounds like it.
Like
I
legit, the
went
whole
to
place was
Wayback.
already
I'll go for it.
like the whole place was already decrepit. I already knew that wasn't gonna go well. I only just got there because like legit, he just wouldn't shut up about wanting to go with like legit, Chachos. He just got that craving, dude.
Right.
Oh yeah. After everybody done with all this, I'm gonna show you my Pinterest stuff so that legit, I can get your input on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, we are almost there. Just have to go into the files. Is this all I need? Okay. All right, let's try launching it. because there are some things that I do want to show you in Cry of Fear that are pretty fun. I don't think I showed these last time.
Maybe. Let's see.
Indeed, we will. Indeed, we will. Ah, nope. Stop. Stop it. Windows. No. No. There you go. Okay. Returned null. Okay. Windowed yes. Resolution. Let's go with 720. And launch. All right. Here's open.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Game capture. Let's move on to Cry of Fear. I'm also going to change the game audio to Cry of Fear as well. Let's see here. Cry of Fear. Alright. You're seeing what I'm seeing, I think. It is currently a black screen. And shoot. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Awesome. Oh yeah, I do have everything. Okay. So I've already seen this before. Oh yeah. Which one was it? This one, right? Yeah. Oh damn, which one was it? Let me see. Oh yeah, the window. Crawl through. It's been years since I played this game. Don't mind me.
Hey, are you playing right now?
Yeah, I'm playing right now.
Dude, I told you I couldn't see anything.
Ah, shoot. You're absolutely right, Ty. Oh my gosh. My bad. Oh my god. There you go. There we go. Okay.
There we go. Now I can see stuff. Man, and those footsteps are still loud. Good old Simon
Yep.
still being good old Simon. And those jump scares are still being jump scares.
I 100% knew that was coming.
I know you did.
I don't know if I ever said this, but I did try speedrunning this game for some time.
Yeah, you did. You did tell me about that.
Oh boy, this is all kinds of broken. Yeah, it's getting dark. Anyway.
You remember that this uses the Doom engine for like type of game. It sounds Simon knows to use knife.
You said what?
Oh, is this the book thing that like one shots enemies?
Yeah. Okay, so I think I did show you this then, did I?
Yeah, you showed me that before.
Okay.
Downside is just that it makes the game a little bit too quick and boring sometimes.
Well, if you're a speedrunner, it's kind of necessary just a little bit. tripping down the
So let's see
stairs.
if you can speed run this out. Fun. So, like, legit, I realized, man, I found out there's some phobias that I can't believe are the phobias. Did you know that you can have a phobia of chairs?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you have a phobia of chairs? I don't get it. Like, how do you get afraid of chairs? Do you have to be hit by a chair or something like that?
I would
Like, I
assume
never
something
understood,
like
like, these
that.
types of phobias sometimes. Like, maybe it's because I haven't experienced them, sure, but, like, some of them seem nearly dang impossible. You shouldn't get a phobia of chairs. They're just meant to be sit on. There's no other thing that could possibly be affecting you in that
You know
type
what?
of ordeal.
Maybe this is what it is, right? Maybe chairs broke on them so often they just said, "I'm sitting on the floor now."
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. That'd be a good explanation.
They probably just live in an area where they just have cheap marriage in April. Okay.
You ever wonder how things like, some mental diseases became a thing and how they got diagnosed in a way? This never really made sense to me. Like cancer, like, why? How do you get? How would it? Like this come from a famous author or something like that? Like Cancer B is when you believe yourself to be an animal in like nighttime or something like that. It's sort of like this basic story of how to become a werewolf, or like what it's like having the experience of thinking you are a werewolf. I
Well,
just never understood the concept of like legit, that type of thing. Like, what
you
when
don't
was
know how
like,
mental disorders. So you know computers, right?
yeah,
We humans are very much like computers.
okay, yeah, that's fair.
So when there's a glitch in the computer software, you can think of it as a glitch in your brain software because it works very similar. You actually have two separate computers in your brain. I don't know if you knew this. Well, two separate
Mm-hmm.
intelligences, I should say. You have your conscious and your subconscious. One of them you cannot control
Hmm. But why not?
because you are the other separate conscious. Now, I will say there are things you can do to reprogram your subconscious to do what you wanted it to do.
Hmm.
Like, let's say, for example, you, the conscious person, can create a habit, which is subconscious. It is subconscious, 4283. It is subconscious to have habits. You don't
Mm-hmm.
think about it.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So, in that sense, you're able to reprogram your brain that way.
That's a good point.
So in that way, and only in those ways, can you control your subconscious. Other than that, you're not supposed to control your subconscious. Um, the very idea of you having a subconscious, right, is that
Mm-hmm.
you can basically use it in order um, to do like quick time events.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So let's say, for example, actually, I read a
Mm-hmm.
book on this recently. Remember how I told you about the Amazon Kindle I bought?
Yeah.
I've been doing
You told
some
me about
reading. Even though I despise reading, I'm reading now. That is my new thing. But what it basically said is that people think in different stages. There's two different stages. One of them is conscious and one of them is more subconscious.
that. Oh,
So the Subconscious, believe it or not, is actually the first way that people think and make decisions.
Hmm.
Uh, right. It's the subconscious that reacts first, which also makes sense since, it's your subconscious is supposed to be the quick thinker. It's supposed to be your reflex. It's supposed to be the thing that gets you out of danger the quickest. Your conscience is your stage two thinker. And it's, it's you exploring your own free will and making your own decisions. So, how it works, right? Hold on, let me kill this guy. So, your stage one level of thinking is very short term, very quick. It's emotionally driven, and it's not very good. And people use this level, the stage one level of thinking, in order to make decisions, and it's not good. It's bad for you. Don't do that. Um,
Why is it bad?
because then you run into situations where you are making logical decisions based on emotional responses, and that is what
Oh,
most people do.
so like
Um,
the ego, super ego, and id. We're talking about the id.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So there's a case study of the three types of personality inside a being. There's the ego, the super ego, and the id. Here, let me bring it up. Ego, super ego, and mid.
Let me turn down the volume even more, because my gosh.
There it is. This is the psychology. You see,
Okay.
ids are the instinct-driven, pleasure-seeking part of the mind that focus on the immediate gratification of whatever action they take.
Yes.
So if you immediately
Yes.
do something and feel some sort of reaction, you hold on to that reaction, whether it be good or bad, as long as you have some sort of like gratification from it, you just love it. Those people usually turn out to be the worst.
Well, you're not wrong. But I was gonna talk more in the sense of like the news. You know how the news, in order for it to get any kind of attention and for people to invest any amount of thought into it, they have to make um, headlines that are shocking. They have to do basically a lot of like emotionally driven stuff.
You mean
They'll
like
make
that
a
time when
they'll
like
make a
the
political
McDonald's guy
comment to
ate his
make
own
people
burger and
angry.
only took a partial bite?
What?
One of the owners of the McDonald's tried out their burger, and like legit, he only took a small bite, and the news ate it up, and it went wildfire on the internet. Now he's a meme.
No, not like that at all.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, if you want to use current events, the whole Iran thing that's going on right now.
Okay, all right, okay.
So news outlets love war
Hmm.
because that's when they get the most amount of viewership, and that's because a lot of people are frightened. A lot of people want to know what's going on because of that fear. They can have more shock inducing headlines, which get more clicks. And at the end of the day, what that does is that you get a lot of people who are once again doing the thing where they think based only on emotion in order to make a logical conclusion about things. Now, I know that that is very controversial ish to say. Uh, the people who are gonna get mad at what I just said are gonna get extremely mad. The people who know what I'm talking about, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I know what you mean." But it's not
Hmm.
just that. You can go throughout all of history. You can go as far as like the Roman Empire, and you'll find very similar behaviors and tactics used by people in order to spread like certain types of propaganda.
Hmm.
So All of that is doing is playing on that stage one first reaction, emotional reaction portion of our brain.
Oh, so like the whole like legit saying of shoot first, ask questions later.
That is one thought process. Yes, that is one level of that is stage one thinking. You are correct about that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, they're getting the syringe. Okay. But stage two, which is actually the conscious portion of our brain, it is the you portion, the real you. That is your deep thinker. That is the deep thinking portion of your brain.
Mm.
And I don't think it comes as too much of a surprise to anyone that that's the portion of your brain that expresses more free will, thinks deeper about choices, and wants to learn more about the environment and what's going on around. Oh, there he is.
So I suppose you and I are deep thinkers.
If and only if we use our stage two brain better more often, we could be people, right, who are extremely smart, but we don't use our our stage one or stage two level of thinking all too often, and we could make not the best decisions, not make the best um, opinions, not make the best conclusions. I'm trying to
But what
really
happens
focus
if,
here.
but what if you make a decision and then you kind of regret it later? What
Well, yeah,
the
that's what I'm
type of
saying.
thinking?
So the reason why I can say that that is stage one thinking that you just said is because you regret it later because you probably thought about it more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing with hindsight, right? Hindsight's 2020. Well, so can foresight if you give it enough brain processing power.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that what people don't realize, and this is something that I found out when I was doing research on chess, like trying to get better at chess. I found that if I, what a lot of grandmasters do, right, is that
Mm-hmm.
they have a certain amount of time in order to play each game, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, they do what's called bullet chess, which is 15 minutes, if I'm correct. They have
Uh,
15
uh,
minutes to win the game, or it counts as a loss for them because their timer
okay.
run out.
Okay.
So, what they do in order to strategize is they kind of try to plan out strategically when they're going to be, or like what points in time they're going to be giving more of their like brain processing power towards whatever move they're going to make. So, the more thought that you give into something, the more processing power that you do give into something, the more you'll be able to understand it. This is also the same thing with general life to life skills, right?
So basically,
Uh,
you're just telling me the more you learn, the more better you are. You're gonna become at something.
no,
Isn't that a natural basis, though?
the more you think about something, the more you'll understand it. Which sounds like common sense, right? It sounds super obvious, but a lot of
Mhm.
people don't really um like when it comes to certain like skill levels and other types of things. I've run into a lot of people in my job that they'll kind of look at me and go, how the hell do you know all this? How the hell do you are you able to learn all this so quickly? How are you able to do this, that, and the third? Like that's my abilities for the most part have nothing to do with it. It's experience. um I think it was Star Wars: The Clone Wars, right? That made the quote of "experience is the biggest friend to confidence."
Mhm.
That's where I first heard it from, and it's in pretty much every way true. The more you're experienced with
Hmm.
something, chances are the most you've thought about, like the more you've thought about it, and the more thinking that you put into it, the more that you'll be able to understand what you're, trying to do or trying to look at, or the more strategy you're also probably have at that point because you put more thought into it.
Mm-hmm. Wait, wasn't this like a whole like legit, storyline with the clones?
Yes, yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so if you really think about it, then like legit, it's a whole moral debate. Because you had the clones like legit, they debating on whether they were free thinking or like legit, technically slaves to the Republic. Which, to extent was sort of true. They were technically slaves to the Republic. But like legit, they still some of them had the minds and free will to break free from those types of like legit normal like normal functioning programs installed within their minds. Like you got things like the ARC troopers, great commanders like Rex, like that type of thing.
Yes. I think what was it? It's funny that you say that because I think something that people don't realize is that the clones didn't answer to the Jedi. They were
They only answered
still
for Palpatine.
they no they well yes, but they answered to the Republic, which I mean Palpatine was basically the
Palpatine is the
whole
Republic.
Republic. Yeah, yeah. I mean basically, right? So
Yeah,
yes, correct. And that ties into also the inhibitor chip that they had for them to execute Order 66.
yeah. They had
The
to
the
like,
Order was tied to the Republic, not to the Jedi, because gotta kill the Jedi.
and frankly, they did like most of them did have him come in like Kiadi Mundi. I mean, he committed war crimes.
There's a ton wrong with the Jedi. I mean, you look at the Clone
He nearly
Wars, and you
ordered a flamethrower unit to burn a nest.
right, yeah.
People have been memeing that clip.
I've seen the memes, and oh boy,
I was
they're
thinking,
pretty funny.
does the whole Jedi and clone situation with the Republic kind of like legit say why? Like, nah, that would be a weird topic. Because like legit, what happens when you combine religion with militarism? That's not a good combination, is it?
What the well, we're
You
we're getting
keep
into
doing it,
some really
right?
touchy areas.
Yeah, there's some really touchy areas, I guess.
We're getting into some really touchy areas just because of current world events. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, yes, yes. Like I guess
Yeah,
it just makes you think. Do you even have a
it
favorite?
does.
Like, you have a favorite Jedi, right?
I do have a favorite Jedi,
Who is it?
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I gotta admit, Luke is the only last good Jedi I know in the series that wasn't technically ruined. He had a hero's journey, beginning, middle, and end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the worst part is, he's the most underrated protagonist.
Why is he the most underrated?
Well, that's because, like, legit, I don't really see many people talk about him.
What do you mean? Everyone talks about Luke.
Okay, all right. Maybe I'm just like legit, not recalling things right. I guess.
Well, it's just
Yeah,
because he was part of the original trilogy, right?
yeah, legit. Like everybody loves Luke, like to an extent.
Yeah.
Man, there are a lot of these things running around. I remember why legit was like so annoyed at this game sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why I got the book. Did
Hmm.
I get the code? Could have swore I got the code. Secret note for no, I did not. I need the tape recorder. Where's the tape? I
You
don't
know,
have the tape, do I?
oh, go ahead and do that before I say anything.
No, go for it. Go for it. Because I'm just
Okay.
remembering.
So when a villain throws a tantrum, despite the
Yes.
fact of what they do during that tantrum, does that make them less intimidating or more intimidating to you?
It depends on the tantrum. Because Kylo Ren's tantrum, no,
Yeah, I was
that's not
remembering
intimidating.
because that just showed you that he was like he had like legit spoiled child type of vibes and like legit,
Yes.
Yeah, I remember like legit Corey Kardashian, Corey X Kenshin, like legit probably mentioned this one time. I don't remember what video. Probably wasn't him or not, but like legit, like I remember one YouTuber mentioning that like legit, whenever a villain throws a tantrum like that, that just takes away the like menace. It's
Well, again, it depends on the tantrum. Because you can have. Can I think of any good examples of good tantrums? Mm,
How about anytime Darth Vader got angry, he would just force choke you, right?
yeah, but there wasn't really a tantrum. It was just a "you failed me" kind of thing. Tantrum. Oh man, I know I can think of some. I
Yeah, I'm trying
know
to
I
recall some
can.
too. I know there has to be one.
Well, I mean, technically, you could look at Satan.
I guess Satan would count,
His
yeah.
tantrum and his rebellion against God in the Bible, right? Like that's a big tantrum.
Yeah, but like legit, since there can be many interpretations of that. Like legit, I wouldn't like legit, use him as a full example. He's an example, but like not a good,
Not a perfect
physical example,
example. Yeah, yeah.
not a perfect example. I need one
What
that I
is a
know.
good? Yeah, yeah, no. Um, well, I think right. I'm like trying to
Because I
think of
know.
like monsters because those typically have good tantrums.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Announcer would work. Um. Man, you could like legit. I'm trying to recall if I'm like, oh, wait. I think I know one. What about um, what about Syndrome from The Incredibles? Doesn't he technically count as a tantrum? I mean, he did go
Does
on a Genesis
he?
event. I mean, like legit, he
Well,
does spend most of the time like legit, slinging around this Incredible during that part when like legit, he makes himself known.
yeah, but like define tantrum versus just revenge and rage. Like he was fueled by a hatred, absolutely, and he wanted to take his revenge on Mr. Incredible, but I don't know. Well, not just Mr. Incredible, like all the heroes, right? Because he didn't have powers, which is a debate on its own because he might have had super intelligence.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
Hmm. How about in? Dang, I'm still trying to come up with ones. This
I'm
is
like
hard. I really can't think of one. Like I said, I probably know one, but I really can't think of it.
good tantrums.
That
Oh,
minute.
I know one. I know the perfect one. Omni Man. That was a
Yes.
good tantrum. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When he went to the other planet and just obliterated it
Mm-hmm.
because he got mad that they tried to invade Earth.
Yes. That one is scary.
That's
That
a
that one
good
would work.
tantrum.
Mm-hmm. That one works.
See, I gotta get to the third floor. This is floor two, floor three. Yep. Shoot. Okay.
Since we use Omni Man, also technically Homelander too as well.
Yes.
Like legit, he always has visions of like legit, just lasering everybody in the crowd when he gets too annoyed.
Yep.
There was that
Which
time
is
like legit he got
wild.
mad at like legit, a father and son. He literally blew up the plane they were in.
Yeah. Not a good guy. Not a good guy there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Was it here? I think it was here, right? No. Which one was it? Right. Okay, I remember that. I remember.
Yeah, there's still that time I remember. Oh, hold on, I'm getting called. Go on, I'll be right back.
All right. No, this isn't.
Together. I'm doing something right now.
Here it is. No, this is where it just was. Where is
Okay, back.
the special room?
So, yeah, okay. So now that we got a good, tantrum thing out of the way, who had the best? What villain would you say had the best menace to him? Then again, like that could be most villains,
Who
right?
was the
Not all.
most menacing?
Yeah, just in terms of like appearance, I guess.
In terms of appearance.
Hmm. Like, what to you makes a villain menacing or menacing looking? I always went with the color scheme theory, where if you have like a
No.
legit color that has a more warning sign to it, or has a darker like meaning to it, mostly applied to it sometimes, then you're gonna look a little bit off-putting or scary.
Right.
Like red or black. If you like wear mostly red or like legit have a usual like wearing red clothing mixed with black like wearing black clothing with red overtones, that really like highlights you as a pretty menacing presence. Like legit like even and like legit that can even be applied to white settings as well, like white designs as well. Like Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2.
Not really, because, uh, well, in my opinion, right? Just because, um, there are characters that don't really have that much of a color scheme, like Michael Myers. He doesn't have that much of a color scheme, yet he is extremely menacing.
There's also what about Freddy though?
You
He
said, what
wears
about
black and red.
Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, Freddy Krueger. He has black and red.
I mean, true-ish, yeah.
And he sometimes wears black, red, and dark green.
But you
Usually he
said
has a giant
menacing,
overcoat.
not scary, right?
That's Yeah, like he usually
I
has like a
would
menacing look
put
to him.
No, I would say that Freddy Krueger is more scary than he is menacing.
Okay. All right. Okay, then what would what gives you more menace than like a just scary for Michael Myers then?
Because he's not exactly the scary type in the sense of like he's, coming at you with razor blades and trying calling you a bitch and coming to get you. It's more in the sense of like he is, what was it, 2369? What was it? Hold on, let me look at my journal. 2769.
Okay, then what about his outfit? What gives you that type of menace vibe?
There we go. Okay. It's because he has a blank face, and even though he's trying to kill you, he's walking slowly. and calmly, like he's completely in control of the situation. That's a
Okay.
lot more menacing. It's like
Okay.
a bear is going to have the same effect as Freddy Krueger if you were to see it in him in real life. A bear is going to want to kill you.
Yes.
Freddy Krueger is going to want to kill you. That's
Yes.
scary. I wouldn't exactly call a bear menacing. As a matter of fact, I think they're kind of adorable.
Yes. That's true. They can be adorable in certain nights.
Yes. Now, a cobra is menacing, but a cobra isn't going to come after you to get you. It's going to stay put and it's going to stay curled up.
Uh huh.
But when you see a cobra and a cobra staring back at you, it's menacing. Because you know what
Mm-hmm.
it can do, and it's not moving. It's not moving away because it's not afraid of you because it knows what it can do.
Mm. So like, scary is like something that like we did, you know. Oh, yeah, that's scary.
And that is why this is not for children.
I mean, it's called cry of fear. Why would anyone think crying and fearing would be children related?
Well, it's because YouTube keeps asking, like, is this stream meant for kids? No, it is in fact not meant for kids.
You
Even though the
know, I think
graphics are very cheap, it's still, I still wouldn't say that it's meant for kids at all. Oi!
yeah, understandable.
Syringe. Like, these guys are scary, right? They're threatening. But the
Yeah,
chainsaw guy is menacing when he's just in the middle of the room, not really caring too much, and he just is revving his chainsaw.
isn't that more like scary though? Because like legit,
Uh,
his appearance is like
you know
literally
what?
naked
I
man
would say that's
has
a good
needles.
mixture of both. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Ty. You are correct. Yes.
Okay, okay. Um, then what about Jason Voorhees? Is he more menacing or scary?
That one's tough. I want to say more menacing because he does the same slow walk as Michael Myers
Before
does.
he kills you,
Yeah.
only difference is he's just more violent than Michael.
Yes.
Okay, then what about things like the FNAF animatronics?
Very much
They,
I would put them in the menacing category except for Foxy.
yeah, everyone except Foxy gets the position in that, especially in the first game.
Yeah,
Because
Foxy
they just
gets the
walk into your office
terrifying.
staring
Yeah.
at you, trying to psych you out, and like legit your face twitches and all that, and like legit, you know, that's just trying to freak you out. It doesn't like legit benefit them by like legit face twitching you. That's just to give you an ominous creep factor.
Right.
And then there's Foxy who just like legit, you know, tries to like creep out of his thing, giving you existential dread. And then he just runs into the office, and if you leave your door open, he just kills you.
By the way, this is the same code every time. I just keep forgetting what it is.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think that's because they had the voice line and they couldn't figure out how to do the what you. Just a little fun fact for everyone. 5247, it'll always be the code if you want to skip that dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's see here.
So I guess I have another example of something that's menacing.
What's that?
Um, I have another example of like legit, like characters who are menacing, more menacing than scary. That would be the baseball Furies from the Warriors movie. The reason I say that is because like when you first encounter them, even in the game, they're more scary. Even in this game, they're scary because when you see them in the game, they're literally beating up on a bunch of on two people with their baseball bats. And like legit, these guys do not say anything. They're not mimes. They're not clowns. They're literally former baseball players who wear makeup, and they're a game. And in the movie, I think they're more scary in the movie. They're like more menacing in the movie because when you see them, like legit, the first time you see them, they literally come out of nowhere and they surround
Right.
our hero, and they are not making any sounds. They just like look at them and they take out their baseball bats. And like you don't hear any dialogue or anything like that from them. You already know that they're literally not there for good intention, but they don't say
Mm-hmm.
it. And then when they chase after the guys, they literally they literally run like a pack, like a group of wolves.
Yeah, that's the idea, right? Is to like be in a well, they're a gang, right? Supposed
Yeah,
to
they're a
be
gang.
strong in numbers.
Yeah, they're stronger in numbers, and they got baseball
Yep.
bats. And like legit gang plus baseball bats, that's not a good combination, but it's still like legitimate team nonetheless. So that means like legit, but they're not scary, I would say, because still human factor can still be beaten up, and you got
Yeah.
Ajax, so you're already safe.
Right.
Still, though, I would say they're more menacing because if you're not one of the warriors, then this will be a terrifying experience for you.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
And like the fact that you could get this from a '70s movie really shows like legit, how like legit, powerful this like type of trope really is in terms of like how good menacing characters can be. Because even though you can make them look weak, like the most menacing ones can also be like, wait, does Mysterio count as menacing?
I would say it counts as a trickster.
Wait, Trickster? Would you say that
Yeah.
he's scary with his illusions or not?
Nah. He might be neither menacing nor scary.
I was just thinking like if you weren't like legit, Peter, then like legit, this would be more scarier because messing with reality's eyes. Still though, menacing characters can work.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, hold on. What's the difference between looking menacing and aura farming?
I think menacing is aura farming. Crazy. It was the very last ditch.
I guess that's something that like legit that occurs a lot in JoJo. With every villain that appears in the series or any ally, you always get a hint of menace from them, even when they're wearing bright colors. You know how hard it is to look menacing with bright colors?
I'm. I don't think it's too difficult because there can be a sense of off-puttingness that can kind of make them even more menacing just because they're more over the edge, you know?
Would complementary colors increase the effect?
I would say yes.
Okay, so if
You
we're
know
gonna go
what?
for
No.
the
I'm gonna say that very like highlighter type colors would do it. Because don't let's not forget one of the most menacing creatures in all of animal history, the bee. Or wasp.
oh yeah, the bee,
Mm-hmm.
because they're like legit, they get the stingers, but it's mostly because you associate them with that, and if you hear something buzzing, that means that it's a bee. So your height senses are keenly aware. You try to get out of there as fast as possible before you near one.
Also, not to mention that as soon as you see a bee and you see those, yellow which is a bright color, and black
Hmm.
spots, you're immediately going to panic. You're like, ah, shoot, a bee, run away, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone runs away from bees. I'm probably the only person that doesn't run away from bees just because I'm so used to seeing them now. They're
Or like
everywhere over here,
spiders.
Satai.
Or like spiders.
Or spiders, yes.
They move in an unnatural way in terms of the eyes. Like legit, you used to you things having only 2 legs, but they have like legit more than like legit 3 legs.
They do?
Facial spiders have 8 legs or something like that. I forgot this is one of the but there's only boss you can't speed run.
Yeah, you kind of can. Oh, shoot. I did
Yeah,
not
it's
time
like
that
you
right.
could.
Okay, let's try that again.
I'm gonna go pee while you figure this out.
Yep, I'm just
I
gonna
won't
go
be
to
gone for
start.
long.
Oh, come on, dogs. Take a swing. There you go. There you are. Got him. Okay. All alone by myself doing commentary. I don't got much to say except that I'm going to kick some serious ass. There's gonna be a bunch of critters in my way, trying to stop me from doing that exact thing. But what they don't know is that I'm the god of this world because
Okay,
I'm the writer
put
of
that
this
down.
book. I can do whatever I want with this book. I can write their
You know,
deaths.
I got a thing also that also heightens men's mentality.
Mm-hmm.
It's the trope where like if you can't touch the and like threat or antagonist, then that means that they should be like invincible because they can touch you. They always hypes up the menace as well, as because when you get that factor in your head, all you can think about is that the only way to survive this situation is that you literally have to run, right? And they like legit,
Maybe.
stop you. They're coming for you.
Right.
I always like legit, also work that mentality into my brain in real life as well, which I think we all kind of have. But for me, like legit, it's more heightened aware. Like if there's a sign of danger of like a bigger threat or something that could literally legit cause me damage, I'll immediately go with my flight senses and like legit, try to make it out of there. But if
Mm-hmm.
there's like legit, a no other way and like legit, or the threat isn't that like, that intimidating or like I recognize the threat, that means that legit, I'll immediately go into like legit action mode and, get out of the way if I need to. You know
Smart,
what I mean?
smart, smart. Yep.
But yeah, these hands.
Yeah.
Very impressive that you managed to get through this so fast. You did practice a lot on this. Like,
Yeah, well, I do know this game quite a bit.
true, true. But like legit, if you're a threat that's like legit, something that it's like a skill. If it's a threat, but I could touch it, and it's like legit,
Mm-hmm.
a like lower skilling threat that I'm aware of, it's on the bottom tier of just like I could take it on, or like I could avoid conflict by subduing them real quick and then just leaving. But like if it's a big threat that like legit I know what it is and it's more dangerous and capable, that's the like threat of just like I need to just flight and get away from there as quick as possible. But if it's a threat that like I don't know what it is or I can't touch it, I'm just making a break for it as fast as possible because I don't want to be in that vicinity. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
You do or don't?
I do.
And like legit, I just feel like that's a good mentality to have for my like for people like me, where like they're always anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'm always worried about something bad happening in the vicinity I am in, so that's why I keep myself kind of aware when like I'm in a hyper focused situation, so that I just don't like run into danger or like legit do something dumb or something like that. It's always like legit been my thing, even like from like family as well. Did you know? Okay, so one day my niece calls me and asks me and my sister to take her to a tire swing, off to a tire swing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, okay, maybe this, okay, I'll go since she's asking for me, and like that wouldn't be so bad. Turns out the tire swing was off from the park
Right, you told me.
and it's hooked up to a tree. It was a small tire too. It wasn't a big tire than I thought, or shorter than I thought. So I got on said tire, or I tried to get in said tire,
Mm-hmm.
and like it really hurts. And I'm
I'm
just like,
sure.
I can already tell that this is not a good idea. My sister gave it a try, multiple tries. She almost fell. I saved her once. Got scraped by a branch, but I didn't get pierced.
Mm-hmm.
So like after that whole ordeal, like after they tried to ride the tire for a couple more tries, he nearly like went back to the car. But we had to cut through a creek thing. Which in my head was just like, why would I want to cut through a creek? I don't know what's down there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So we cut through the creek, skid some rocks. It was a pretty good experience. But then my like hyper focus things started kicking in, and I started to hear some stuff, and I'm just like, we need to go right now, boo, 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 boo. And like they were confused, but I was just like, I could hear something that's coming, and we don't want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so like as we got out of there and back to the car, I was just like, hmm. So I guess this is out the list of things that have happened to me on my journeys with my sister and my niece. Because the last time we literally like legit encountered a lady who was swearing off something, and like legit, I thought she was just telling stories on her phone until my niece says that wasn't a phone that she had. And then we immediately made a break for it. Seems like whenever I go with those two, it's dangerous situations. But you know what I mean when it comes to like it's
Ah,
good. It's not perfect, but it's very good. If you are a threat, then I will not stand by to come near that threat.
I just had to get the Easter egg, you know.
Hmm.
Damn, this thing has so much range.
You know what? Quick question. Like, what's your opinion on the animals called hyenas? I always made a joke that they were the jesters of the animal kingdom because they always be laughing.
Well, they are also very dangerous creatures.
Of course, they're very dangerous creatures, of course. But like legit, I always like legit, associate them with the jester world because the other animal be laughing except for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really like their name. They got their names in a way. But I was always wondered, does the hyena laughing meant that they were gonna attack you right now, or did they mean they were scared of you? I looked it up, and it said that they considered you scary if they laughed at you. But I always thought like, but I always feel like that it's a mixture of both. You know, they're gonna attack or they're scared because you know it's still an animal. When an object is in motion, then it remains in motion. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, Newton's first law.
Yeah. And like legit, an object at rest stays in rest, so that means like legit, if a hyena looked at you and like legit didn't do anything, that means that you would probably chill. Not completely, but it's just a hypothesis.
Yeah.
But I think recently I've just been like legit, you know, I say it's structured. Like I gotta ask, hyenas are canines, and the canine is in the canine like territory, right?
I believe so, yes.
And I'm just wondering, like legit, you know, like what other distant cousins or something like that besides other dogs and wolves and all that? Because if they don't clarify as dogs and they don't classify as wolves, does that mean that they're a third, like legit type of like you know species like style in the whole like legit you know dog family?
I don't know.
Like legit, I don't even know what like legit you know what type of like legit family would fox be most associated with.
What animal a fox would be associated with?
No, what animal like legit family does a fox associate from? Like our fox is technically dog, like technically part of the, like you know, because of the canine family, which I don't think is true at all.
I don't think they are part of the canine family.
Yeah, I just associate them as their own. But what's the difference between them and dogs? Like, or them and wolves to be more precise?
Mhm. Um, it's tough because I think a lot of mammals are very much alike. Because you would assume, let's take an animal for a spin here. Let's say a stoat. Do you know what a stoat is?
Let me look it up.
Yeah, look up stoat.
Stoat animal. Yeah, I see it.
That is part of the. Which one do you assume it's part of?
Well,
I
what's
could
part of the weasel family?
you because you read that you cheated.
Well, I told you I was gonna research a stoat. You should have suspected that.
Well, I thought you were just gonna look at pictures.
Well, you know that legit I used like legit, you know, voice thing. You know it's gonna immediately bring up a description too.
What voice thing?
Oh yeah, these vet, you know, the vet, you know, the like legit. It's not AI, but it's like you know, the voice recognizer thing that brings up whatever you search. But anyways, what does a stoat? Well, I guess a stoat would normally look like something close to like a chipmunk or a hamster. If I from first glance from what I
Yes, and a
first saw it.
chipmunk and a hamster are part of which family?
Um, I always assume chipmunks and hamsters are part of the.
Part of the what?
I would say like I say like you know mice or rat family.
Yes, they would be part of rodents.
Yeah, rodents. Yeah, I was gonna say, is there like a new enemy now? Because like legit, I
Yeah,
remember
the
these
bed
vet
ones.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
they
is the
give you
first
a
time you
lot of
get
trouble back
introduced to
then.
them. What the bed enemies?
Yeah, they were like annoying to you. Remember when they flew in?
Oh yeah, no, they
That
were
was
annoying. Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is unfortunately something you can't skip. Simon, is that you? It said. Simon, it's so good to see you. Where are you? I need to speak to you, Simon. I'm up on the roof on Op Park. I forget what it's called. Op-Ed Park.
I can't hear what you're saying. Hello? Hello? Are you still there?
I think there was this boss that's coming up that made me realize that this game is different. This game is going to hit different.
Hmm.
Also,
Okay.
I'm cheating. Am I cheating? I think I'm cheating.
Well, why do you see suddenly cheating now? It's legit, you got the most OP book.
Because the book's an unlockable, Ty. No, but I think I'm cheating just because this texture is supposed to be the same as the ground, but it doesn't look like the normal ground texture.
That does look misplaced, and why would it be in the form of a hexagon?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure it's glitched.
Oh, hold on. Here you go. Hello. Hey, get this up straight. I'm trying to go on there. Time, I gotta get her some dog food.
You're gonna go get her some dog food.
Yeah, I'll get it myself. I'll get it myself. Yeah, I got it tonight. Uh, yeah, I'll probably get this store tomorrow or something like that. Okay, get something for the kids. Okay, I think they're gonna be coming and staying over tonight, right? I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, later. All right, that's just my dad asking me like with like what I wanted and like legit, maybe this stuff. They're sitting over tonight, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet. But anyway, back to this. So I gotta say, stout, very cute animal, and weasels. I like always one of the cutest like animals like species is. We'll say though, I gotta ask. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of a good question. What's the most like violent? You know what? I'd rather just ask the phone this myself. What's the most violent animal?
It's gotta be a hippo.
I mean, yeah, pretty much a hippo. I just realized I just answered my own question. This says Nile crocodile, and like legit, although didn't those used to kill you instantly if they accidentally fell on you?
What?
The bed if you actually killed them?
A who?
Never mind. Anyways,
A
yeah, I mean,
platypus?
like, huh?
You said a platypus?
No, 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 no. I was talking about the bed thing.
Oh, like
Those
the
bed
the
things
beds
that were
were still
shooting at you. Yes.
Well, no, because after they die, I can go straight through them.
Yeah, I just saw that. But like legit, back to the hippos. Yeah, I would say hippos are the most dangerous ones. I saw one literally tip over a ship.
That
That
is pretty
guy
dangerous.
survived. Yeah. The guy survived, but like legit, still that was a very dangerous situation that he was in. Hippos are always been like legit thing that I'll never understand. Like legit, why they say make them more like kid looking friendly. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's what they say. And like legit, they still like legit marketing these things as hungry, not realizing that legit when hippos are for real hungry, they'll eat anything on sight. They'll literally go out of their way to like legit catch a body.
Aren't they also cannibals? Don't they eat each other?
Wow, do they?
I think they do.
Do
I'm not
hippos eat
100% sure on
other
that though.
hippos?
Just ask your buddy. Are
Yes,
cannibals?
yes, they do.
Yeah, I
Oh
knew
my
it.
gosh, I never knew that. That's really jacked up. Hippos eat other hippos. And I thought they were scary before. Now I know they're terrifying. This is a
Oh
rare
yeah.
behavior, though. Typically, it's after extreme conditions, after food shortages. But still, though, like legit, the fact that you get so desperate.
Well, humans get that desperate.
You
Was
know,
it
there was a
you?
story in Twisted Metal Black that I played before
Uh huh.
called Mr. Grimm.
Hmm.
Now, the game obviously is about. Okay, I always hated this premise, but I guess it does make sense to an extent. Like legit, the game always. Oh, spoiler for Twisted Metal Black, by the way. The game takes place in Needles King, aka Ed. Even though I always thought like, isn't that technically weird? Because why would they all have different personalities and stuff? But like legit, I guess just seeing it through the eyes of Sweet Tooth, and he sees Mr. Grimm as like legit a Vietnam War veteran who was forced to dine on his best friend in order to survive a very bad situation.
Hmm. Oh
So
yeah.
like legit, I know one name
That's our
for
first death,
certain.
I
You
think.
just died. Well,
Yeah.
technically, it's not your first death. It's your second death.
Is it? When did I die?
You died from that explosion when you fought the first boss. Not the chainsaw guy, the one with the mallet. But yeah, back to the thing. So legit, here's where the cannibalism after legit, having going crazy, being captured by the enemies of like the war within, and like legit though he did wait till his friend was dead. But like legit, I do realize that cannibalism can be a mental issue, that kind of thing, because like legit, he was driven to
Oh my
bring it.
gosh. Why?
So it's just like, stop killing me.
Well, it's cause the damn roof is dumb. It's broken into dumb pieces and it's just
But what am I gonna
dumb.
do? Zeus want me to like legit kick the roof? I'm already stepping on it. And it just like or that like random creature thing's butt.
Uh,
What is that? I just saw something.
uh, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh! I gotta tell you this story. I just
What's
remembered.
up?
So there's this game called Pool of Road. Okay, after this gets
Sophie? What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, no, this one's hard hitting. This was when I realized that this game was not a normal game.
That anything? What do you think? The whole fucking city is crawling with monsters, and I'm just. I mean, suddenly you just turn up on these rooftops.
If you look at Simon, his whole design has full symbolism on it. He's wearing a hoodie.
I don't know what the symbolism is.
It's just sick.
Some people when they wear hoodies, like wear them to conceal something.
Uh, that's something to think about, I
I
guess.
don't know.
Yeah, it's a case study. That's why people are always suspicious of someone who's wearing a hood, unless they're wearing bright colors.
I mean, he's wearing
Fortunately for
bright
me, I wear
colors.
bright colors in school. Yeah, and on the fact that
Ah,
Simon's hoodie is gray, since Simon gray
no,
is
it's
also
white.
meant to. Hmm?
Well, it's like a off-white. It's like a darker white. It's not gray. Yeah, maybe.
Hiding up here from the.
Well, you already know what gray symbolizes.
Neutrality.
Well, that and the most like legit the fact that it's unclear. Simon can't see himself
Thought of that too.
for what he truly is.
Mmm. Oh, I think you're spitting bars right now, Ty.
Because I woke up myself, but it wasn't an alley, and
And then you look at Sophie's design,
show you.
and you notice that she's wearing black. You know what black is representative of, right?
Darkness.
Yes.
I, was she? I thought she was wearing green for some reason. Like
I think.
her coat was like green, and then underneath it was black. I don't know why I thought
Mhm.
that.
Yes, I do. I want to know just what in the fuck is going on
I've
here.
been watching lots of symbolism recently with some colors in certain, in most terms with hair.
Silent Hill. No, I mean about two.
Yeah. What?
Well, I don't know if you knew, but I always had a hard time at school. You were, well, you were pretty much the only guy who was kind to me. I never said it, but I really want to thank you for making my life a little bit more bearable. You're a cute guy, Simon.
Yeah. Yeah, you did have a pretty rough.
Yeah.
I helped you because I liked you. You were one of the prettiest girls at school, and
Oh man, knowing the ending, it makes this scene like
I wanted to protect you.
even more tragic.
But I think I could if we got to know each other better.
Have you ever played Silent Hill 2?
Why haven't you said anything?
You know, once I get my desktop running, number one, we gotta play the new Resident Evil because another one came out.
Okay.
And we
And you gotta play
should
the Silent
also
Hill
play
series.
the Silent Hill games, yes.
Yes, because since you like this game, I think you'll like that one too.
I've always liked you.
Yeah, I like the Silent Hill series. I just don't know about the movies, though. The first one was
Ignore the
not
movies. Ignore the
that
movies.
bad. I'm gonna say this right now. The first one was not that bad. It was bad, but like so was every other movie at that time. I think that if they were to make a remake movie that followed the same script as the first movie, I think it would probably still be okay. A couple of writing touches, some polish here and there, get a good director, and then it would probably be a pretty okay movie. If I'm to be completely honest, I think it would be probably an okay movie.
Probably, probably.
I have a stand-up desk. I'm standing up. If people are wondering what that sound is,
With a real stand up.
with the real Zeus, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. There we go.
No bigger, but
Wait a second. You mean all? No! 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 No!
It's crazy because it can actually be that sudden. It
Yeah,
really can be that sudden.
yeah, pretty much. Like legit, people always put on the mask.
Right, and it's a last second decision too. You don't. Well, it can be right. It can be a last second decision as well.
Hmm.
It's not every time that you plan to die.
Also, you
Die
can see the
carcass.
symbolism in her design here. She's a literal balloon. She's literally like a chair thing, like a messed up thing on the chair. And I think
And
that
it's
might have
suspended
like
over
been,
the thing. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that might be what she looked like after she fell down and got splattered.
No, that's no. You're missing the symbolism. Remember that
No, no, no. Oh, yeah.
Simon is in a wheelchair, and he blames the wheelchair for why Sophie didn't like him.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, that. Okay, yeah, you got a point. Yeah, you got a point there.
Mm-hmm. Even though we do get like we do get a sneak peek somewhere along the line that that was not exactly the case.
Yes. You know, every enemy in this game has a pretty much symbolistic, legit relationship with Simon too, right?
Yes, everything in this game is symbolism. The fact that it's always nighttime is symbolism, and we get daylight at some point. It turns to daytime,
And the designs of the enemies.
and then suddenly we fall into a hole, and it's nighttime again. Like yes, one.
Just let me go, Simon.
That's the cut that makes you realize that it was not the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. It's sort of like legit, the designs of the enemies too. I mean, like your face off against a lady who has like legit, appendages for their arms and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like legit, you notice that most of these enemies' eyes are gouged out.
correct.
The chainsaw guy had like legit things on his like body.
Yep. It's the
The bed
spikes.
findings.
Yeah, reflecting his pain that he feels, the suicidal tendencies, the there was a lot of things.
Yeah. I always like that. Like type of thing. Where like even the villains or like minions have a reflection on whatever the minion or like legit, the kid or the main protagonist is.
I got very confused for a second. I don't know if you saw what happened.
What just happened?
So this game does an Easter egg where it does it at random, and you don't know when it's gonna happen. There are times when you open a door only for you to wind up exactly where you were. Like I would open the door and then this is what I would see again. Like, oh, I'm right back to where I was. And that happened just there when the door was still locked. So I'm like, what? When did I unlock this? No, I didn't unlock it. It was just doing the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, no, there's a reason why I call this game my favorite game of all time. It is so underrated in my opinion. It is so underrated. There's so much good writing in this.
Mm-hmm.
So much good symbolism. I love it.
Yeah.
And there's a monster here, right? If I caught correctly. This is
Yes.
the only time we see this guy.
What is that guy again?
So he's a three-headed weird monster dude. And his heads are also like pitch black for whatever reason. Anyway, it's supposed to be a trap.
Yeah. After this one, let's save and call it a day, okay?
Alright, we'll go to our... Well, we have a save point here. Do you want
Yeah.
to just call it now?
Yeah, let's call it now.
Alright. Sounds
We'll continue
good.
this next time.
No, I think we'll go to Danganronpa next time, right?
You really sure you don't want to like just see how you get the little thing? I guess we already did. I understand.
Well, I'm not even halfway through the game tie.
Oh, okay.
This
Good
is a
point.
long
All right.
game.
Okay, yeah, you got a point. I remember now.
Yeah, so I guess because I don't think I'm gonna get my computer out of commission, out of being dead until next time. So I guess next time, yeah, we'll start Danganronpa 2.
Okay. I'll see you later, everybody.
See you later, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.